sun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
It's week 2 of the National Football League.
Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr., and that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. This is ahead for about 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 47, McBride hauls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now an inside give to Benson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Back to throw now. That pass is complete to McBride. And this one does not go far. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. The give now to Benson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Looking to the air here. He's got him. That's McBride. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 19-yard line.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. This throw is cut. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first. but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 42. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Walker running to the right. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Seahawks will have a first down. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Purdy on first down. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Will the Cardinals get to him here? He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. On the left hash, 34 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And so far they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They give on 2nd to Benson. Still finding room past the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. They send a tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll try it right with Benson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Goal to go, it's a pass play. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals now lead by 10. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He'll take this at the 10. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Running with Walker again. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Barner with the grab. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give up the gut to Walker. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Purdy setting up that play action. Pine, Smith, and Jigba. And he gets this forward to the 19. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Cut out left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. To throw again, it's Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Myers' kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Pass play on 1st and 10. Taken in by Harrison. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They're going to run the draw here with Benson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Seahawks 49.
Benson once more. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Walker. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion left. On 3rd down, Purdy. And Heater is going to fall to the turf. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up 4th down. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pass play coming here. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll motion a tight end left. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals who have 2nd and 4. From the 41. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Here's the throw. Able to get it to Benson. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 25 on 2nd down. He's got it. That's McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Benson's got it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Back to throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Benson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals lead by 15 now. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So it's halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals out in front. Now we'll send things... Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. He'll begin his return from the 11. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Walker on first down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Handoff running left, Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
It's caught Metcalf. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Walker now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has it down close.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Myers' kick is good. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Benson on the give. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They're throwing it. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Purdy on 1st down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they face 2nd down. Now an inside give to Walker. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now it's Purdy. Gets this to Fant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the gun is Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down around the 34. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. A tight end in motion now. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Walker hauls it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
The Cardinals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll toss it here to Benson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The tight end going in motion right. From the 22 on 2nd down. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They go play action on first. He rolls to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Purdy throwing here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. They motion the tight end over. Back to the air on second. Purdy has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Purdy throwing here on first. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with first down. To throw again, it's Purdy. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 36. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely
Personal
against
foul,
the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Running it after the penalty. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll try to run it with Walker. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is back down to 9.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 36-yard line.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. He's got him. That's McBride. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Back to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Benson on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Seahawks headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hits his running back. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He's on the move. Now here he goes.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. First down throw by Purdy. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry up here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now motion him out of the backfield. Finds the in route complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Seahawks at a 2-score deficit. Purdy on first down. He finds Fant. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. Purdy gets this from the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2.
Seahawks 19.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And this will be recovered by the Cardinals. That ought to do it for us here. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You got to live for these situations.
The Cardinals working just to kneel out the clock in this victory.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.